Sipping with Sammie, Sam Malone, Barstool, Rug. If you ain't sipping with Sammie, you ain't sipping right. Please get your fucking life together. And I'm here with the Philly4Horsemen tonight, man.
Yes, sir.
It's Twisted Tuesdays for real this time. You know what I'm saying? Because if Sammie is in the building, you definitely sipping. So we all gonna sip something tonight, man. Salute to our host and our guest for the evening. We about to have a good time.
Pressure man, yeah, that's me.
That part.
We are live. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so, Sammie.
Yeah.
Listen, man. We got Sammie.
Oh,
hold on. I'm so excited that Sammie's here. I forgot to introduce myself. They call me Day, baby. Sometimes I'm goddamn Day. Sometimes I'm pretty boy Day.
Goddamn Day.
Today I'm goddamn Day. I need a haircut. Because I got a part coming up that I don't know how you want my hair. So once again,
You need to shape up, man.
I'm saying no. I'm not gonna touch that. He may want me to go bald or something. Do-rag day. Okay, here's the new rule from SippinWitSammie himself. Whenever I got a part coming up, I'm gonna wear do-rag, and my name will be.
Do-rag day.
Do-rag day.
Look,
You dig me?
Nicknames is a shame.
So listen, over there next to me is this guy over there. What's your name again, dude? I forgot. Who is?
Man, they know who I be.
Who you be?
And where I be.
Where you be?
Here, Philly4Horsemen podcast show. And they call me C Murder. I'm in the building, y'all. What's up,
Murder.
What's up?
Hey, listen, we gonna do things a little different, just a little different.
Oh,
sir, excuse me, sir. I got some guy over there in the green shirt. I don't even know who this guy. Who are you?
My name is Rich Blythe with Tailor-Made Vets from out of Upper Darby. I'm also the chairperson for the JACE, which stands for the Juneteenth Artistic Collaborative Experience of Delco. I'm here to bring the knowledge of Juneteenth. I'm here to put you down, let you know what you need to do in order to celebrate your culture and this holiday this year and forever.
Oh my goodness. I think I was wrong. I was saying I was going to have to coach him. I was saying that this is first time. I just heard everything he said. He's a professional.
Yeah, he's good.
He's a professional.
He's just fine.
So today.
Oh, my turn. You cut off my intro.
I wanted you to have it. Thank you.
All right, cool.
Thank you. So today, we have another special guest. I told you we're trying to educate, but we also want to entertain. And today, he has officially changed Twisted Tuesdays. It's really Twisted Tuesday. And who we got to thank for that?
SippinWitSammie.
SippinWitSammie. Let's get it, baby.
You ain't sipping right. Please get your fucking life.
SippinWitSammie, baby.
It's 2024 already. You ain't had a sip yet.
No, listen. We got to do that again because that was really fast.
All right.
If you ain't sipping with Sammie,
you ain't sipping right. Please get your life.
Ain't sipping right. Please get your life. If you not sipping, listen. I don't even drink. I don't even tell nobody that. I pretend I'm a big fish. I really not a big fish. I'm being honest right now. For the first time, I'm being honest. Just because SippinWitSammie is here. I don't drink, but I'm going to do this for Sammie. Y'all ready?
My guy. Sip with you.
Let's go,
gentlemen.
Oh my God. Oh, I gotta sip it again. Oh my God. One more time. Ready?
He treat beer like a stingray.
Woo! Goddamn, I'm sipping with Sammie. Yo, Tuesday about to get twisted for real.
Yes, it is.
Oh my goodness.
You know, for some of us.
Hold on, one more sip, just because he being smart. One more sip.
Not too much.
Not too much.
We still got a show.
Not too much on deck.
We still got a show.
Not too much on deck.
Still got a show.
Goodness gracious.
I am the chairperson of the JACE, the J.A.C.E. And that stands for the Juneteenth Artistic Collaborative Experience of Delaware County. Now, the reason why you see this flag here in the background is that for the past 5.5 years, it's been my pleasure and my duty and my privilege to be one of the people to start bringing Juneteenth awareness for the law that came about under President Joe Biden. Through efforts of learning from Miss Sylvia out in Chester, who's been doing it for over 12, 13 years, listening to the National that got started out in Nevada, I formulated a plan to bring Juneteenth awareness not only to Upper Darby Township, but to all of Delaware County. Okay? I'm nobody important. I'm no politician. I'm none of that. I'm an average man.
I mean, he is somebody important because this man got 69th Street blocked off.
Right.
I don't know how he did that.
My dad is still confused about that.
You hear what I said?
What to do?
My dad
He
like,
got
what?
69th Street. Exactly. He got 69th Street blocked off. But go ahead, sir. I just had to point that
No,
out.
and he also is on the Philly4Horsemen podcast.
And he's on the
Not saying
Philly 4 Horsemen
Respect. I bought a lot of props. It gets confusing.
And as we sitting here, I want to bring up the brother Del P.
My guy.
Absolutely, because he's part of this too. So we're all interconnected. Like there is no difference between what we do or how we do. We just have different points of view.
Right.
But everything that we're doing is for the uplifting of our race, the strength of our black men, the protection of our black women, the education of our black children.
Let's get it.
In that order. So with Juneteenth, that's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to solidify our promise to this country that those who were formerly enslaved were the people that built this country and protected it and turned it into the utopia that we see today.
Okay, so before you go on to what it's supposed to do, can you do me a quick favor?
Yes.
If you can, shorten not the meaning of, educate, tell exactly what is Juneteenth for those who do not know. Crash course.
Crash course is in June 19, 1865, General Gordon Granger, along with a regiment of Negro soldiers, came into the town of Galveston, Texas, and on the lawn of the big church there, pronounced General Order Number 3, which basically told the slaves there that they were free. Okay? Now, a couple things happened. Some of the slaves immediately took off.
I'm out.
Say, I'm out before you change your mind.
I'm out.
Number one.
I'm free.
They heard that free word and was like, phew, gone. Others sort amongst themselves to start immediately celebrating. They put on good clothes. They roasted up the pig and got food together.
I think that was my people.
And they started celebrating. Now, at that time, we also know that our ancestors of that time were not educated. So in order to commemorate the day and remember the day, they put the word June and 19th together. And that's where you get the Juneteenth from. Juneteenth or Juneteenth or Freedom Day or Jubilation Day or Jubilee Day or Independence Day. These things are synonymous, and the reason why there's so many different terms for it is because the former slave had to remember it according to how they were told.
Right.
Okay? But it's all still the same premise of freedom. We don't celebrate the ending of slavery, we celebrate the beginning of freedom. And this is what we have to change with the narrative and the adjectives that they're trying to give us when all these other people are having celebrations for Juneteenth. They keep saying it's the ending of slavery. No, it's the beginning of freedom.
But you just explained something that's very pivotal. What we had to go through to inform each other about our own history and whatever was going on with ourselves is going to come back in a bunch of different ways based on how, who, where, why, how it was received. But we had to do that.
Yes.
History is the winner's history. It ain't us.
Right.
So what he said was very important just about this one date. That was how we had to get everything.
Yes. And now, let me tie something together. Everybody harps on this thing about the Emancipation Proclamation freeing the slaves, right?
Yes.
Who's read the Emancipation Proclamation?
Not I.
Okay. Neither did the slaves, because they couldn't read.
Right.
So how can you put a document out in front of people who are illiterate and tell them that they're free and they couldn't read it?
One of the first rules of law is making sure that the people are aware and understand the law.
Yep. So now, if they had read the Emancipation Proclamation, it would tell you in the middle of it that they excluded a bunch of states and territories. So how can you free the slaves and say, with the exception of this area and this state? Again, folks, tailormadevets.org. We are a 5013C nonprofit. We built it this way. That means if you give me $1 for $100, you get that money back at the end of the year and a tax break for your taxes.
That's exactly what it
It is a 100% flow through. And I show the work. Every dollar, listen, I live in a row house, I drive a 2016 car, and I'm wearing a pair of Chucks.
2000.
Okay? So I'm wearing a pair of Chucks. I ain't wearing no Jordans, I don't have no gold, and I promise you I work. So every dollar goes into kids programs at the post that we have, Boy Scouts, different items. So we need you guys to support black non-profits. Support it.
And black for-profits, because I'm for-profit.
Go ahead. And hold on. Black for-profits, and support your local artists like Del P.
Let's
That
go.
part.
Thank you, black man. Thank you, black man. Thank you, black man.
No, thank you.
No, thank you, black man.
Pleasure was mine.
Listen, man.
Hey, check this out, y'all. We just coming back from a commercial break, and we got a caller on the line, so we just gonna get right to him.
Ew.
He called all the way from Shot. Philly4Horsemen reaching new feats. We all the way in Chi-Town, baby. Talk to him.
I knew that.
I know you heard my man say bumming too, right?
Yeah.
I just, it's little things.
Hey, man, so that's what we gonna do, man. We gonna let you introduce him since you on here.
Oh,
yes.
You gonna introduce your man. Tell me. I want you to tell me who I got in the studio
I like
with me.
that.
Other than SippinWitSammie, tell me who he is.
Right now in the studio with y'all, man, y'all got a walking record right now, man.
Let's get it.
That's heavy, man.
Y'all really got a voice of the street with y'all right now.
Ooh!
Let's get it.
Bring back for the youth to change lives. That's literally just something to change lives.
Yes, sir.
So everybody starts somewhere. Everybody has pain. At some point, somewhere, something had to click to make you who you are.
I've been through some shit.
No, stop.
What happens is
Yeah, there we go. That's what I want right there. What happens is
my mom left when I was about 17 years old, like fresh graduated Alney High School. Yeah, I graduated from Alney. And like I graduated on Friday. That Saturday, mom shit in the living room while I'm going down south.
My job is done here.
Like on some shit. And I'm like, what? Now mind you, you didn't even raise me all this time. I just got here. I just got from auntie house to here. I do a 2 good year and you gone? And not only was she gone, she meant that shit though. I mean, like the next morning we was out. So me and my brother, we ate corn and rice for like 6 months, like trying to survive fresh out of high school.
Corn and rice.
Corn and rice, because that's all, the canned goods, and then, mom always had rice.
Right.
That bags of rice to the fucking sun. 3,900 cans of fucking corn.
You make rice. You make rice better than the nigga grandma now.
We in there beef, bacon, corn, and rice, whatever's left. Like, we had no jobs, like, it was fresh out of high school. So I went and got a job at Rite Aid, tried to hold the rent down and all that. I'm like literally fresh out of high school, like, what the fuck? I got a kid on the way. It's like, this shit ain't it. But my brother, he's a hustler. Shout out Strength Love Money.
Oh yeah.
Old Punk That's my fucking brother. I just realized that, like, the game don't change, the players do.
Absolutely.
But I would rather have the players that I've watched. I know his flaws.
Right.
I know the shit that he's going to fall victim to, and I know the shit he's going to stand strong to. And we celebrate strengths and we work on weaknesses. So I never talk down on my brother. We gonna work on this shit. So instead of just doing it with him, see, I grow different. I told my brother, let's grow different.
That's good. Yo, I need a shirt.
Hold on.
I need a shirt.
No,
And that shirt that say grow different. Can you make that shirt for me?
Yes, sir.
Because
that
I keep it G. If you paying attention, no big I's and little U's. He keeps referring to the man next to him. The whole time he's been here, you've been as important as everything that he said here. You making sure everything makes sense and is balanced out. Can we please acknowledge exactly who this is, what he does, and all of that? That's a major part of it.
This is my right hand. This is my heartbeat to business. This is my bring the heavy artillery about, because when everybody else doubted a nigga, I could have called on a nigga. But even when he doubted a nigga, he still had an ear to listen to what a nigga had to say, so I'll be number one right now.
There you go.
He heavy, bro.
Because honestly, it's crazy that you saying that. Because I have little brothers that do what they do, whatever hour, but I'm always in their ass.
You just got a little bro in though.
Yeah, exactly. So you
shout out little bro. We just got a little bro. Little bro off the shit. Little bro just started.
It's like seeing how these young boys is. They was different the way we was growing up.
Yeah.
Well, I speak for myself because I know y'all older than me. So I grew up in it. I was born in '94, so I grew up in the early 2000s. So I did have my old heads to teach me a different hustle than what they hustle they know now.
Right.
I was never the type of person to be in the streets, but I had a hustle. Period. I don't give a fuck what it was. You gave it to me, I could sell it. I've always been a salesman. That was
Hustling never meant drugs.
exactly. A drug that can only sell drugs.
Sell water tools.
Well, can't
Said that.
I'm just saying, a hustler can sell anything. A drug dealer can only sell drugs.
Exactly. And
Okay,
drugs,
so I'm saying-
and drugs sell themselves.
There you go.
Yeah, so like, you know what I mean? As far as the young kids go, like, we really gotta get into their ass and guide them and show them what's going on. Show them how we doing this shit and pick them up one at a time. Because everybody ain't gonna follow. It just take at least one or two to change everybody else's perspective.
Alright, hold on.
Woo!
Sipping with Sammie, Sam Malone, Barstool, Rug, as usual. And I'm here with the Philly4Horsemen podcast. I just had a great night, great session, met some dope people. Can y'all talk to the people for me? Talk to my platform, because I just got to talk to y'all. So
First of all, I know we Philly4, but I love this guy right here. He came to Philly4Horsemen and showed up. Listen, I talk a lot, and I love to talk. But when I tell you he put all the things in perspective, yeah, I'm got them day, pretty boy day. That's C Murder. Sipping with fucking Sammie. Because if you ain't sipping with Sammie,
My guy
you
right
ain't
here.
sipping right, please.
you ain't sipping
My
right.
guy right here.
Listen, I love this guy, man. The fact that he honored us to come on Philly4Horsemen's platform, I am truly honored just to be in his presence. I'm learning a lot from him. We've been doing it for about 2 years, and I'm learning so much from this guy. Did you peep it at the show? Did you see how I gave honor to who needed to be honored?
I think you did a great job. Your live show was
watching you.
The show that I was at in this building. Y'all did y'all thing there.
So I went to his show. He did a live show. I went there and I'm watching this guy command the audience. I was truly amazed, and I was sitting there taking mental notes. I had my mental Rolodex, taking notes of this guy, and I tried to implement it as best I can. And I'm still watching Sipping with fucking Sammie, baby.
Yes, sir.
I need you to talk, cause you the shit talker.
I'm the shit talker.
He's so politically correct. Talk that shit, man.
I talk my shit. Listen, love. I can't even talk right now because there's so much love I got in my heart right now. Like, listen, the show we had tonight, SippinWitSammie, co-host, from my bro, 350 Pressure Marketing, from Emmy. Listen, I can't say no more, man.
Sipping with Sammie for real. That's what we was doing.
Put it like this.
Really sipping with Sammie
right now. Unity, networking, brothers coming together as one. That's what we need out here. For real. We don't have enough of that. We need to come together as brothers. Everybody that got their own business, there's networking. We need to network together. Philly4Horsemen is the voice of the people.
Talk that shit.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna talk my shit
I like
now.
that. That's what
You know
I was
saying?
waiting on.
Before we get
That's
out
what I
of
was
here.
waiting on.
You know what I mean? This is what he waiting on. This is what he got. Listen, we need to come together. Stop playing these games, y'all. For real. Come together, brothers, sisters, everybody, come together. We can do this together. You see what the other man doing. I ain't gonna be politically. I'm not getting into politics and that.
Right.
I don't got time for
But
that.
I'm into it.
I'm just me. I'm just murder. all day. And what I see, unity, community, everybody get together, stop this killing. All your brothers get together. Y'all know what y'all can do. Put your brain to it, put your mind to it. Stop playing these games. Stop letting the other man control you. That's it. That's all I gotta say.
Last thing, I'm telling you, our show wasn't all good. He messed our show up. Listen, we have something called Twisted Tuesday. We're talking about the game Twister. Put your hand on the yellow dot. He changed our show from Twisted Tuesday. We was really twisted on Tuesday, thanks to Sammie.
We getting twisted on Tuesday.
I was disgusted. I'm like, Twisted Tuesday means a board game?
Boom. We have a manager. 4Horsemen is what it is today because of our managers. This is one of our managers, Miss 1010. Let's go, 1010. 1010.
I mean, listen, I need everybody to like, subscribe, and follow each platform.
She went right in the manager.
4Horsemen and Sippin' with Sammie if you ain't already. I don't know his slogan if you ain't sipping with
If you ain't sipping with Sammie, you ain't sipping right, get your fucking life together.
Get your
But
life
beyond
together.
that, but beyond that, I was at an event and I heard some backstory. What made you put your energy behind these gentlemen? And it's 4 of them, we have 2 of them here, but what made you decide that this was a worthy thing that was more than just supporting your folks, but something that you would invest your business time and your daily efforts into?
So it started with 4 men. It's only 2.
Right.
It was more so that I guess they seen something in me that I didn't see because I never thought about being no manager in no podcast. I always seen myself in somebody's office, so forth and so. And they kept asking and asking. And once again, I said no. And they said, 1010, we really want you to be the manager. So it was just like, all right, if they keep asking, they're putting their, belief in me that I can at least, get them to the next level or do something more that they couldn't do themselves because they came up with the idea of the 4Horsemen before there was ever a 1010. So, the fact that they came up with it and in the process of coming up with it, it was like, you know what, we feel like we need a manager. We feel like 1010 to be the perfect person. It was just like, I got to at least try for them. And as many times that I always wanted to say, you know what, I'm done with this. I'm still here almost 2.5 years later. So,
as gentlemen that I know are great judges of character, I know for sure they saw something in you that you didn't see in yourself, and I think that it was appropriate. So let's make some noise for 1010. Yes, sir. Gotta salute the ladies.
Our name is what it is because of her. Our name is what it is because of her.
Because of her.
Because they started off.
Your imprint is what it is because of her also.
Yes.
So when they started, they actually just started the 4Horsemen. But it was just like, when I was putting stuff on YouTube and looking up, there was so many 4Horsemen. I'm like, yo, all right, y'all want 4Horsemen. We got to do something that's going to separate y'all from everybody else.
Algorithms.
Yeah. And once we did Philly4Horsemen,
we the only one pop
up. And then we go to YouTube, I think we like right there at the top.
Yes, sir.
So like that. So, it's big things. Now moving forward, it's not just me. I don't do this by my own. I do have a partner that's standing beside me. She's not here right now. So I want to make sure I give her props too.
Awesome.
So Miss Heather J, she get on us when we say our name. Heather J, she is our outreach manager, and she put in the work and time as well. Right now, she in Jamaica having a good time, and I'm hoping
salute to you, queen. Enjoy yourself, man.
Heather J.
But I
Bring your ass back.
I just wanted to make sure because we talking, we spitting our spit, we talking our shit.